Hi, everybody, and welcome to the replay show for Sunday, the day after Maryland Million Day, and a record-setting Maryland Million Day it was. Handle was up 18%, Maryland Million attendance up 7%. Big crowd of enthusiastic fans to watch Flash Phelps repeat in the turf and Admiral's War Chest repeat in the Classic. Some long shot winners in there, some popular winners as well. On Maryland Million Day, we'll do it again next year. Well, on Sunday, we came back with 11 races, fast and firm the conditions. Similar conditions to Saturday Maryland Million Day. Temperatures a little higher, with a high of 65. Winds not quite as brisk. They're out of the west-southwest, still coming at a good clip, though, at 12 to 20 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. Here's a look at your racing program from Sunday. And they're off with the Laurel Park opener. Good break for Bye-Bye Gold and Life's Fortune. Bye-Bye Gold will now settle. Here's Big Platinum up with speed, and Bourbon and Beer is very eager between horses. Missed on the Moskva on the far outside now is coming to the front. So Missed on the Moskva and the tugging Bourbon and Beer head-to-head into the first turn run. 3 lengths back, and Big Platinum is racing. Third, and Life's Fortune is next in fourth near the inside. Followed by Patriot Saint, another 3 to Bye-Bye Gold, who drops to the back of the pack, and it's Giles Fair and Sidling Hill 3 wide in the turn. Get rid of. A lot of work to do now. Get rid of's got to be 22 lengths off that pace up ahead, but it is solid indeed. So Bourbon and Beer and Rebecca Lavage show the way. Missed on the Moskva, and Jose Bracho tracking in second. Big Platinum, Eduardo Leva is racing in third. Sidling Hill and Christopher Ortiz making that move right now, that nice middle move with a half mile left to go to make 4 across the track. And Patriot Saint sits just in behind them with Vladimir Cespedes in 5th position. And next to the inside is Giles Fair. Giles Fair has 6 to make up into the far turn run. Big Platinum, Eduardo Oliva kicking on now. Sidling Hill trying to stay after that middle move, and Missed on the Moskva is racing 3rd position. Giles Fair getting through on the inside as they reach the top of the stretch. Big Platinum is the one to catch. Big Platinum kicks on for home with a 2-length lead. Big Platinum from Giles Fair up on the inside. Now Giles Fair and Jerry Ortega having every bit of ground is coming through to take the lead with a furlong left to go, and kicks off by 2 lengths to the drifting Big Platinum in the 2nd spot. Sidling Hill has run a big one and is going to be close for 3rd, but it is going to be Giles Fair. Giles Fair, Big Platinum, and up 3rd, Bourbon and Beer came back, Missed on the Moskva or Sidling Hill. Time 1:44.15. And they're off. Good start for Delightful Storm and Fancy Outflanker. Chapel Gap is sent up, and Lock Up the Bourbon racing 4th. And First Blush in the back is Kilt Chaser, who'll allow the speed to go on, and 3 of them vying early. Chapel Gap gunning up on the inside to take the lead. Delightful Storm and Fancy Outflanker is on the chase of the outside in 3rd. Then Lock Up the Bourbon and First Blush. They're side by side and only 4 lengths from the front. And Kilt Chaser is last, but the pace is solid for this group. It is Chapel Gap, 3/4 of a length from Delightful Storm. Fancy outflanker. First blush is the gray at the rail. Lock up the Bourbon in between rivals, and Kilt Chaser is last still. 6 to close in into the far turn run. 3 furlongs from the wire. Chapel Gap still in front at a big price, but just by a head. Delightful Storm. Fancy outflanker on the outside. Lock up the Bourbon. And First Blush has got a winning shot too. And Kilt Chaser last and trying to unwind with a 1/4 of a mile left to go. They make the turn for home. Fancy outflanker and Delightful Storm head-to-head for the lead. Lock up the Bourbon. Even widest out is Kilt Chaser coming with a run to 4 chances just outside the final furlong. Lock up the Bourbon just in front. Brushing a bit with Fancy outflanker and Kilt Chaser on the outside. Lock up the Bourbon and Yomar Ortiz, a 16 to go. Lock up the Bourbon, fending off Kilt Chaser. Lock up the Bourbon from Kilt Chaser. Delightful Storm, Fancy outflanker, and First Blush. Time 1:27. And they're off. Done well, very sluggish in rank early. Nissa headed to the front with Proud Music, who's got speed, and so does Talk Less, Smile More. Saturday's Rain to the inside, up close too. And it's Intractable racing on the outside to the first turn run. Giovanna Blues just in behind. Intractable now improving a spot or two to the inside is Sunrise Ruby, who's suddenly within 4 of the lead. And also there is Lime Beach just in behind as Sunrise Ruby. It's a break of 3 back in the field to Jump Through It and Believe in Angels. And last is Dawn Wall. 16 lengths from first to last as they make their way now with 5 furlongs to go. Talk Less, Smile More showing the way, but here's Saturday's Rain right there applying pressure from second. Nissa third and Proud Music is in fourth. Giovanna Blues and Intractables in between horses. Still Sunrise Ruby saving ground. They're followed up by Lime Beach in advance of Jump Through It, Dawn Wall, and Believe in Angels is last. Into the far turn run, 3 furlongs from the wire. Talk Less, Smile More still in front there from Saturday's Rain in second. Giovanna Blues firing up on the outside. Nissa ridden in between horses, also gaining a bit of ground. Then it's Proud Music, and Lime Beach got some interest too. Suddenly wide open at the top of the lane. Talk Less, Smile More tries to kick, and indeed opens up again, now 4 lengths. And it's Talk Less, Smile now by 5 from Giovanna Blues in second. Up the inside is Saturday's Rain, followed by Anissa, and then Lime Beach. Of the 16th to go, it's Talk Less, Smile More trying to hold. Giovanna Blues surging to make it close. Talk Less, Smile More and Giovanna Blues in the photo with Lime Beach, and they're followed by Sunrise Ruby in that next photo. And they're off our code beginning for She Rolls. Hissy Fit and Mini Donation firing out first, and Daddy's Memory and Have Hopes outside in fourth spot. Our Rousey at the rail in fifth. If I Was a Boy is in between horses watching the speed go on. And last is She Rolls. 6 lengths will cover them. Hissy Fit 4.5 furlongs to run from Mini Donation by a length. Daddy's Memory is in third. If I Was a Boy is eager between horses. Our Rousey's trying to hang it on the inside. And Have Hope is 4 wide into the turn, and She Rolls is last. Hissy Fit and Victor Carrasco still leading the way. Hissy Fit from Mini Donation, Daddy's Memory, and now Have Hope is let loose on the far outside. If I Was a Boy saving that ground as they reach the top of the stretch, then She Rolls and Our Rousey is last. They turn for home. Hissy Fit still there and trying to hang in. Have Hope driving on the outside and between horses a game. Daddy's Memory is also pitching in. Daddy's Memory just in front now. Gets that neck in front from Hissy Fit and Have Hope in the middle of the track. And She Rolls is now fourth inside the last furlong. Daddy's Memory, Alex Centron just there. It's Daddy's Memory from Have Hope. Daddy's Memory punched home to win by a length. Have Hope was second, then Hissy Fit, followed by She Rolls, If I Was a Boy. Time. And they're off. White Knuckle right to the outside, Lady Moray and Chesapeake Spring firing out to the lead with Poochie. With early speed 2, Poochie is on the chase now from fourth. Here's My Guardian Angel fifth on the inside and Hug a Tree. Racing in sixth, Intrepid Alex is in seventh and Starship Pleasant. Another 2.5 back in the field, Fancy Malka and Secret Garden, Fool's Magic and Sweet Sway. Into the far turn run now. Chesapeake Spring sharp up front from Lady Moray with that head lead. White Knuckle Rose is in third, then Poochie inside in fourth, and Hug a Tree is fifth. Out wide is Starship Pleasant, and they're into the stretch, a quarter of a mile to go to the second wire. Chesapeake Spring is still going. Chesapeake Spring holding on to the lead from Lady Moray. Poochie is trying to surge, one off the inside, and Hug a Tree toward the center of the track is in fourth. Poochie takes over. Poochie, a furlong left to go, and it's Poochie and Wilmer Garcia. Poochie, Lady of Moray, and Hug a Tree and Chesapeake Spring, and Intrepid Alex trying to get a share late. Poochie to win from Hug a Tree and close third, maybe Chesapeake Spring, Intrepid Alex. Second wire. And they're off. Surspun and Twisted Earl flying out of the air with Giravit. And up the inside, here comes Hey Willie. Hey Willie's now moving forward, chasing Twisted Earl. Twisted Earl, Hey Willie, 1-2, Surspun back third position. Giravit is just off at speed in fourth spot, then freshman Phenom fifth. Patrick Rocks is sixth, and Dottie's Ray inside seventh. The Forgotten One, Lord Earl Grey, Danny My Boy, and Slide By You is the last runner. A dozen, maybe 13 lengths will cover the field. 5.5 furlongs out from the second wire. Hey Willie goes speeding up front. Hey Willie now opens up 3.5. Twisted Earl just second from Giravit, then Surspun, who's racing fourth spot to the outside. Freshman Phenom is next, and they're followed by Patrick Rocks in advance of the Forgotten One, who drops back a few spots, and Lord Earl Grey and Slide By You have passed that one. And then Danny My Boy, a lot of work to do, and Dottie's Ray is the trailer. Coming toward the top of the stretch now, Alex Cintron and Hey Willie still there with a 2-length advantage from Twisted Earl. Surspun Giravit fourth inside, and Patrick Rocks is fifth. The others have some running to do. Slide By You on the far outside, and they're followed by Danny My Boy. A quarter of a mile left to go, and Hey Willie's running lights out. Hey Willie, 3/16 of a mile left to run with a 5-length lead. Twisted Earl, then Giravit and Patrick Rocks, less than a furlong to go. It's a second wire finish. Hey Willie there. Hey Willie fully extended from Twisted Earl second. Patrick Rocks is third. Hey Willie to do it. Hey Willie in a strong performance. Now close to 70,000 at pick 5 pool, 68,000 still growing. Last one moving in, and they're off. Mona Vista Crossing, Class Edge away second, and Summer Frock and Bioterp racing for Steelaway, Lady Renaissance, Rosie, and 11 Bullies. Here's Seaside Chiller in between horses. The outside on a Sippy Cup, and Awake the Day is the last runner heading on for the far turn run. Pace is made by Mona Vista Crossing. Mona Vista Crossing moving right along. It opens up and zips away. And then there's Mona Vista Crossing with 3 furlongs left to go and a 2.5 length lead from Class Edge. And Summer Frock to the outside, followed by Lovin' Bullies. And then it's Steelaway Lady to the outside. Seaside Chiller has saved some ground and improved a bit on the inside. There's Seaside Chiller, but still at an even pace. They're coming to that last 3/16 of a mile. Mona Vista Crossing is there from Lovin' Bullies is in full pursuit. Mona Vista Crossing, Lovin' Bullies trying to gain some momentum in the last 16th of a mile. Is coming outside, but Mona Vista Crossing digging on the left lead. Mona Vista Crossing and 11 Bullies, and Seaside Chiller was third. And they're off from the rail. Previous Honor first away. Previous Honor now in between horses is Catching Fireflies. Angel Vision with sharp speed in between horses too. Outside is Street Cruiser racing in fourth. And it's Tap It Out far outside next in fifth. And Grace is ready, improving a bit. Seeking Paradise. Coastal Sea is well settled at the rail, about 6 lengths off the pace as they round the turn. And Kaiser's Delight back to Billy's Crystal Ball is one beaten. That's for Finery at the tail, 15 lengths from the front. So three-way skirmish for the lead. In between horses, Angel Vision, and Previous Honor at the rail. The outside is Catching Fireflies. Those three turn for home right together. Seeking Paradise just in behind them is Grace is Ready racing in fifth. And Tap It Out is sixth on the far outside. They're into the stretch, racing to the second wire. Catching Fireflies and Fergal Lynch. They burst away by 3 from Seeking Paradise in second. And Tap It Out of the far outside. Angel Vision is backed off in fourth, followed by Grace is Ready and Coastal Sea. It's going to be Catching Fireflies by 2 at the end. And they're off. Courting the Song and Percy flying out first with Louis the Great, sharp foot two. Louis the Great at the rail now joins the leaders as they move around that first turn run. Caught about 4 wide around that turn. Here comes Sun Boys flashing up too. And so Sun Bo checking sharply there was Louis the Great. Really got shuffled back. Is actually plummeting to third to last position as they move down the backstretch now. Second last is Louis the Great. A lot of traffic problems for the runners. In the back of that lead group, it's Sunboy just ahead in front from Percy second. 2 more, Court in a Song third, and Awesome Bill racing 4th spot, and they're followed by Mac the Knife, who's in 5th. Enough is Enough and Louis the Great, and then To Dare, and trailing the field as they all come home. 11 lengths from first to last, solid pace with Sunboy. Sunboy and Percy on the inside, and Percy's coming back for more. Percy and Sunboy still in that dispute with a half mile to go. Court in a Song is in third, and now Awesome Bill is coming under some mild ride to stay along, and it's back to Enough is Enough, who's got every chance from there. Enough is Enough has now moved 5th on the inside, now 4th, and Enough is Enough is looming 3 off that lead at the top of the lane. It's Court in a Song coming at Percy now to a narrow lead. Enough is Enough, and Awesome Bill 4th, and Sunboy backed off in 5th to Dare 6th, followed by Mac the Knife on the inside as they make the swing for home. The back markers, they all come home. Out wide is Louis the Great after all that trouble. Into the stretch, Enough is Enough, and Court in a Song. Enough is Enough now battles left-handed in front of half from Court in a Song second. Percy is third, Awesome Bill is fourth, 16 to go. Alex Cintron had 2, now he's got 3. Enough is Enough, it's never enough for Alex Cintron, running triple. Court in a Song was second, Percy was third, and then they all come home, and Awesome Bill. And they're off. Giddy Up, a Little Cyclone, Pretty Perfection fast away, and there's Manil with Otherly Speed, so Pretty Perfection and Manil hooking up. Head to head from Giddy Up, racing third and on the chase. Elusive Joni, Little Cyclone back 5th after sharp start, then implied third last Candida H, and Lake Sebago trailing the field into the far turn where Manil tries to kick away from Pretty Perfection, but on the outside Pretty Perfection's coming back for a little more. Manil's taking plenty of heat midway on that turn. Giddy Up is in third. Elusive Journey is spying that speed from the inside in fourth and has a bit of run too as they swing in, and Little Cyclone on the far outside. Manil under pressure now. Elusive Joni spies it inside, opening a narrow opening. Elusive Joni and Kevin Gomez, they're getting through down to the rail. Elusive Joni and Manil and Pretty Perfection, followed by Giddy Up. Little Cyclone motoring late is Imply on the far outside. Imply is rolling with a 16th to go, but it's Elusive Joni, Elusive Joni, Elusive Joni, and a ground-saving win from Imply second. And it's close third there with Pretty Perfection and Little Cyclone. finish line. And they're off. War Ready Silent Tail out to the front with Uncle Tito in between horses, and here comes Counting Days. Counting Days hustled up to the front now. Counting Days just gets ahead of Silent Tail in second spot. Joe Tess on the outside. Political Farce is up between horses, followed by Uncle Tito and Titan shuffled back, and Sky Commander's about 5 lengths on the front. Racy improves a spot and then back to War Ready, and Private Tutor 3 wide on the turn, and What a Wildcat second to last, and Limestone Cowboy is the last runner as they reach the top of the stretch for that long run in, more than a quarter of a mile to go. Here they come for home, and it's Counting Days. It was hustled out of the gate in front with Joe Test to the attack from the outside. In between horses, Political Farce is right there in third, then Racy's got a chance on the far outside in fourth, and Sky Commander is coming gamely in between horses in fifth, and Silent Tail's running a big one out of the inside. Joe Tess is in front from Counting Days. Joe Tess, Counting Days, Sky Commander on the outside. Sky Commander, Joe Tess, and Sky Commander coming out of the line together. Joe Tess and Sky Commander, Joe Tess, and it looked like Silent Tail was third. That wraps up the Sunday replay show here at Laurel Park. A reminder now, each and every Sunday, we've opened that sports bar on the second floor, our new sports bar with plenty of flat screen HD monitors. You can watch the live racing at Laurel Park, simulcast action throughout the country, and still plenty of room for the NFL Sunday Ticket. The second floor getting rave reviews, our new sports bar on the second floor here at Laurel Park and the clubhouse. So make it out on Sunday afternoon at Laurel Park, or Friday or Saturday. That's our racing days for the coming week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a post time at 12:30. Hope to see you here at Laurel Park.